Guys, he's coming!
Brace yourselves.
Thanks for the intel. Special guest Alex.
There's no time for plugs, Gina. The enemy's in sight.
My old friend. Canada the Beaver.
My God!
He's got a remote.
What should we do?
Fire everything we've got.
Are you sure about that, Jack? You and Canada were friends once. We can go back to that time. We can create a new era of peace amongst the animation community.
You know, he recently animated Corner Gas.
We don't like change in Dog River.
Fire everything, jackass! What's up, my fellow pandas? Jack here, and welcome to Season 2 of Jack Chats! With a new set. You guys like it?
Hey.
I hope
It's
so.
so fancy. We're on a talk show.
So, today I am joined by Reed
Hello.
and Gina,
Hello.
and no one else. No one else important here. No one else.
You know, these chairs feel awfully full right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Alex, you're here!
Hi!
Oh, Alex!
Yeah!
Are you
Guys!
baby?
No, I'm
here.
I'm all the way over here.
3 hours.
I can't see anything.
Oh my gosh.
These OG Jack Chats fans will know, in episode 1, I called out Alex, I'm like, we wish you were here.
I wish
And
you
he's the
were
voice
here.
actor of Awesome Dog, and he does reviews on Twitter. You should check them out, they're really good.
Every single one of our dolphin noises, they're all original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's right here, Alex everyone, our special guest.
Special guest.
Yeah, special guest that we wanted on episode 1.
What kind of special?
Extra
A
special.
Christmas TV special.
Christmas
So-
TV special
Yeah.
guest.
So today,
That's a good special.
we are here to review something special.
Star Wars
That's
holiday
right.
special.
Just as
Yes.
special as our
Yes.
guest.
Yes.
No, oh God, no. No,
Alright, this
no.
review is gonna be at least 3 hours long. You have to
Life
bear
Day.
with us.
Okay, today we are here to review Corner! This is the wrong one.
Man, sorry, we weren't prepared for this.
Corner!
What corner?
Not that one either.
No, that's not it either.
That one's not mine.
Oh, thank you. I got that one being a backer on the movie. Corner Gas Animated. Yes, that's the show. It's
Yeah.
the one that's still on TV and we had to
This
wait
isn't it.
week after week.
Yeah,
This
they don't have a
movie.
DVD
We
for
don't
that
have
yet.
we don't have a box.
Yeah, we had to actually watch the show like week after week. Because it's not
Stay tuned.
streamable.
Like savages, people.
Every Monday.
Every Monday.
Have you watched
Monday.
TV?
So,
It's on TV.
It's on TV.
yes. So,
What's the TV?
let's jump right into this review, guys. And we're back with story. And so, you think there's not a lot going on? Because seriously, there's no story. It's a guy who owns a gas station.
It's
And
principle.
they all get into shenanigans in this
That's
whole
If you've
Sorry.
seen Corner Gas, it's Corner Gas.
Yeah.
It's,
Corner Gas.
and if you haven't seen Corner Gas,
Why are you watching this?
Watch Corner Gas.
No,
What are
watch
you doing?
Corner Gas.
Stop watching this review and watch Corner
well,
Gas.
guys,
That's
right
thing.
now.
Wait, hold on. We need the views. Hold on. Hey, don't help us
Okay.
stop watching. Right here.
That's my thing. What?
Alex, just because you're new here, these two, every episode, tell the fellow pandas to stop watching this show.
Hi. Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah, we do that.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Every single time.
But I personally have to say, like and subscribe to Parnell Animation, please.
Oh my god, Jack, I feel so bad for you editing this later.
Oh my god. I have to
Off the
edit.
rails already.
Oh, it always
Upload
is.
the whole thing unedited.
Welcome to
It's like 40
freaking Jack Chats.
Oh, you know.
This one's like, it's chaos.
Yeah.
Most things
So,
are.
I guess next segment.
Yeah, we'll just go to the next one. You know what? Yeah.
Let's see.
We're back with characters. Sorry for the lack of story. Show has no story either. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
So,
every episode has a story.
well, every episode does. You know.
But overall, not really.
Yeah, not really. So, we're gonna talk about characters now. And so, how this works for all of you people who are new to Jack Chats, because it's been a while, it's been a whole season gap. So, what I do is, I'm gonna say a character, point to one of you guys. I can point to myself too, but I usually do that last, right?
What do you think?
And I'm gonna say a character name, and you have to summarize it in about one sentence, or as quick as possible if you can't do one sentence. You ready?
God, it's-
Okay,
Bingo.
we're gonna start with
We're rusty though, but
God.
I don't know sure.
I'm so nervous.
Alex. You're
I
tackling
don't know
friends.
really why you would do me first, but
Lead us out.
star.
You've never done this before, but you know.
You
Never done
know,
this before. Who?
Brent.
Brent owns a gas station, likes food.
You know
That's
what?
pretty
Summary.
good.
That-
Okay.
Summary. Quality.
Reed, you're taking Lacey.
Lacey, ambitious shop owner whose ideas never work out.
Yeah, they never do.
I would have just said.
I'm
Yeah.
nervous.
Oh man.
See, I was gonna go with aggressively, passively aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah, these are all good.
descriptions.
I liked Lacey in the original series and the movie, and I don't know what they did to her in the show.
Yeah, I don't like her
In
here.
the animated show.
I have a very specific thing to say about what they did to her in Execution.
But we'll get there in a little bit.
Yeah, but until then, Gina, you're taking Wanda.
Wanda. Sarcastic, but I don't know where that went half the time. Very brainy head, adorable.
And Jack! Yes, Jack! You're taking on Hank. Hank's a lazy, lovable idiot who owns nothing but a truck.
He has a house,
He has a house. Not a very nice house.
comic books,
Mhm.
probably some gum.
And dreams, Jack.
Okay, Alex,
Digging deep into
we're
corner gas.
we're circling back to you now. You're gonna take on
Oh,
Emma.
no, we're doing another one. Emma,
Yeah,
Brent's
oh.
mom, replaced the original actress because she did. R.I.P. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
She doesn't
honestly,
really
she
do,
was.
doesn't
No,
really
she
do a lot
actually-
this series.
She was great, though.
Because
I will. Oh.
they replaced the actress, so they didn't really want to,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
use her too much when it's very sort of obvious at times that it's someone else voicing her.
Oh yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
will
original
say
Emma's.
she does do a pretty good job
Yep.
considering.
Oh yeah.
She does a good job. She had big shoes to fill here. You know, like the original Emma actress, she was great. You know, she was so good. Every line was always spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like this new set. I'm facing you guys.
Yeah.
It makes it feel good.
Nice.
Pressure.
Was this gonna
Don't look at me.
Okay,
I'm hideous.
Gina, you're gonna take on Oscar.
Well, there's one word that sums him up.
Go ahead.
Jackass.
Jackass.
I don't see a better way to sum up.
Pardon my language, but he says that all the
I
time.
was waiting for you to. If you gave it to me, I was gonna say jackass.
Someone had to.
Someone had
Whoever
to.
had Oscar had to say it. Anyway, cranky old man says jackass a lot, and he is not the brightest light bulb in the shed all the time.
He's not that smart.
I'm asked to ring him in a lot.
Oh yeah, everyone has to ring him in a little
Everyone
bit.
has to ring him, except for Brent.
Brent just
He
likes
doesn't
to.
care.
Brent will lead him out sometimes and
Yeah.
exploit what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, no. Brent doesn't
Yes,
care.
pay for all my chips while you set up a bait shop in my place. You trying to put me out of business by buying
Pay
my
me rent.
stuff? Okay. Thank you.
Reed. Actually, do we have any other characters left?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do.
I'm gonna let you have. You have to bring him out though because now you
Yeah,
don't
you gotta
think there's
think.
any characters left.
Come
Oh,
on.
we got Davis, of course. What am I thinking?
Yeah, come on.
I forgot about Davis and
Alright.
Karen. Like,
Yeah, come
two of the
on.
best characters. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
What a jackass.
Let's see.
Brain fart.
Hilarious police officer who sometimes bends the rules quite a bit.
Quite dim-witted.
Has
Like
bees.
Zokers.
He likes science fiction too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And smooth.
He has a sexy face.
Nah, I can't be the problem. I have a sexy face.
That is my
Oh,
favorite.
God. Oh,
that is
God.
my favorite
That's right.
line he's
I
had
remember
in this series so far, in the animated series.
I should have said
When
that.
he was trying to get the bees to,
Oh, yeah.
to have babies.
Scared them off.
And he-
Babies.
yeah, and he thought they were turned off by his face peeking, and he's like, that can't happen, right? I have a sexy face. And I guess I'll take Karen. They do nothing with Karen in this show.
Where are you, Karen?
Where
What's happened
are
to you?
So I have to say- Karen is similar to Davis. She's not the smartest cop, but a lot more organized and a lot smarter.
I would say she's a smart.
She's smarter, but no one in Corner Gas is truly smart. Except maybe Wanda and Brent. I don't think anyone's like truly smart.
Brent is kind of.
Yeah, even then Brent walks the line. None of them are truly smart.
No.
Like, Wanda's socially stupid.
She's
Yeah.
just very trivial.
Yeah. They're all pretty stupid.
I would say.
Yeah,
in
that's
case of
the-
Like,
someone
and
Wanda,
when I mean
balance
trivial,
it.
I mean, you know, she knows
Yeah.
about trivia.
They're a little smarter because Davis is sort of less smart, so
Yeah.
they're there to balance each other.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with like the Wanda and Oscar dynamic, or Wanda and Brent and Emma and Oscar.
Or Wanda and Hank, which is a
Anybody
very
else.
common.
Anybody else than Hank.
Anybody is smart compared to Hank, except for Oscar.
Maybe Oscar. He's a little
Oscar and Hank scenes, even in like the original series, were always my favorite.
Yeah.
That's
So
smart.
I just
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Dumb and Dumber got
Too
together.
great.
Great.
I don't think I'm forgetting anyone else, unless you guys count
Fitzy.
Fitzy as a major
Fitzy!
character.
I have one for Fitzy.
Fitzy was a major character in the
Fitzy has a
In the
good
movie.
butt in
original
this.
series.
In the original, yeah.
He's in almost every
Fitzy has a very sparkly butt.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. That is all.
He has a sparkly butt.
Very sparkly. Play that clip.
I think it's safe to say these characters are good. What do you guys think?
They're the corner gas characters. They're characters I fell in love with years ago when I watched the show, and they're all the same, even though I don't really like the execution, as we'll get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Characters are the characters, and they're just as good as they always were.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a couple characters that we felt were
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
We felt Lacey was off in some scenes, but it has to do with execution
Yeah.
and how she is animated. And we felt like Karen didn't have a lot to do in this.
Karen gets kind of. They're like, okay, let's take Karen, who's a good character like everyone else, and let's just push her somewhere else.
Yeah.
It was like that. It felt like that sometimes with her.
Yeah.
The most
They
I've
kinda
seen
forget
out
almost.
of her was when she had the cat stuck in
Oh,
her house,
right.
and that felt like
Yeah.
Karen for that moment.
Yeah.
For a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, I'm just remembering the cat from it. I'm making a lot of original series.
You are. Well, the
Star
original
Trek,
series is pretty great, though.
I mean, how can we review this show without talking about the original?
It's hard. Reed, what do you think of the characters?
I honestly, like, again, just like you guys said, I fell in love with the characters when I was watching the original show, and I do agree some of them aren't quite what they were in the previous, like, the original series and all that, but I still love them. I don't have any characters I dislike or hate, so. Just
They're
some
all acted the
execution
same way
issues.
they were. They,
They're all
they all
doing
feel like the characters.
Yeah.
even
They
though
do.
maybe they're
They
not
do.
animated as well or written as well. They all still.
I think the writing's still
interactions
pretty
all-
on
Yeah.
par,
Oh,
actually.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just
Still feels like
individual
corner gas.
characters. Like sometimes when
Yeah.
Karen doesn't have
Like-
a lot to do, that's sort of in the writing, and Lacey's a lot more. I don't know the right word for it. I think move passive or aggressively passive.
Aggressive.
She's a lot more subtle, or a lot less subtle.
Yeah.
In the animated series with being just.
Her line delivery's the same. I'll get to that in execution, though. Speaking of which, we're moving on to. And we're back with execution, everyone.
Where are we executing?
You know, Christine made the same joke. She made the same joke in the Christmas special.
It's a good joke.
Last episode.
But really, who are we killing though?
The show. Because we're gonna get into the
That's right.
nitty gritty here.
The
We're
execution.
gonna talk
Executing
about
the
the
execution.
little things we saw. Alex, what do you have to say about execution?
We'll start with you this time.
Okay, fine. Then we'll start with Reed.
Okay. I won't talk too much about animation because I know all of y'all have tons to say
Oh,
about
y'all.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I said y'all, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're from the Great
cares?
Way North, eh?
Oh, y'all guy.
It's
Hell,
y'all.
execution, y'all.
Let's see. Compared to the original, and it's basically impossible not to compare it to the original because, again, but, let's see here. I feel like, again, some of the characters aren't quite the same as what they used to be. Like, a good point Jack made to me a few days ago is that Lacey, like, she usually comes up with these new ideas each episode, and the town slowly rejects them over the episode, and just gradually, like, it never works out. But in this case, it's just right away. Like, as soon as she presents the idea, they're like, "No, we don't like it," and then that runs through the rest of the episode.
Yeah, it really changes the escalation of the comedy, isn't it?
It does.
Especially since comedy, you learn in comedy writing class that comedy is almost entirely based on escalation. You start off simple, and then you slowly build up. And
Yeah.
it goes from 0 to 100 in the show. But then when you hit that 100, the only way to go is dead ahead, which makes it boring, or down, which would make it bad. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
They use a lot of shock humor, which is another thing we kind of discussed. Like, there's some sex jokes and just some stuff you would not see in some of the original stuff.
We're doing
I had one other point, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was gonna say
I'll just listen to
that it feels like, I don't know, like I still like the show, the writing's on point, but it kind of lost a bit of the charm for me. I don't know what it is, like, it just doesn't have the same feeling. Like when I was watching the animated show, honestly, I just felt like rewatching the original show.
I think that's what it is that
I did.
It just brought me back there.
just what the show is, that try
Yeah.
and see it in a different format, in a different medium. Like I found even the movie it's good, but
it was a nice successor.
yeah, exactly. It's a
Yeah.
nice addition, but trying to recapture it in another series,
It's kind of hard.
I feel like it loses sort of what made the original show so good when it's trying to be itself again instead of
Yeah.
continuing it on.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do. Like, Corner Gas, the original, is really one of the perfect sitcoms in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is what got me into comedy writing. Parnell Animation wouldn't exist without Corner
It's
Gas.
highly underrated.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's truly a classic.
Maybe not in Canada, but in the rest
Oh, in
of the
Canada,
world-
everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, in the rest of the world,
No one knows.
no one
Corner
knows
Gas.
this, I feel. And it's a great show. It's really going to be hard. It's hard to capture. They
Mhm.
tackled on an ambitious task doing this.
Yeah.
I think this got renewed already,
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Because
Which
it's
is fine.
gotten very good ratings.
and I'll watch it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
exactly.
And maybe it'll find its stride continually, because I noticed as the season went on, it did slowly start. I feel like it was ramping up almost every
It
episode.
does.
and getting a little better and finding
Yeah.
more of its footing. I know the first 2 episodes I found were really just like, ooh, what are they doing with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then eventually it feels like it's something, but
There's still
starting
the
to
odd
pick up a
episode
bit.
that's a flop, though.
Yeah.
I found.
Yeah.
As it goes.
But there's a lot of just little moments throughout every episode that is just, this is so Corner Gas.
Yeah.
That it's fantastic that it's back in any degree at all.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Just to get something new.
Gina, what do you think of the execution?
Alright, so I think what we were talking about heavily that bugged us was actually animation stuff. So you can kind of join me in this because we had a whole
Oh,
animation
yeah.
critique.
Big
And
one.
which is kind of ironic because we acknowledge that animation on Parnell Animation isn't always, it's not movie quality
Thanks.
or
I'm kidding. No. Every critique we're about to say, I have the same critique about my own work. So,
But I just think you don't have millions of dollars of budgets behind it.
exactly.
no, I have like a $35 budget.
And we also have one animator, and it's this guy.
Yeah.
And they have a team, so.
So here's our critiques. Regardless, we found that a lot of the facial expressions were pretty weak and held back a lot of the acting. The voice acting is right on par. It sounds exactly how it's the actors. It's exactly as Corner
Yeah.
Gas
Yeah.
was, but the animation, it's not as expressive, which is kind of ironic, as the actors' faces. We're finding like characters like Lacey, where she's supposed to look passive aggressive, she's starting to look more aggressive in scenes.
Yeah, like, the thing about Lacey in the original show, if you really look and study her actions, I've watched this show again to prepare for this review, to compare it, by the way.
Yeah.
All 6 seasons.
Oh, it's on all. I put it on all the time when I'm editing
Oh, it's- yeah,
and
it's
everything. It's always on
And
here.
it's easy to just knock them back.
Oh yeah. But Lacey, she says horrible things. The exact same thing she's saying in this show. I could close my eyes and I could see Lacey saying all the things she says in this. When I open them, I don't see Lacey. Because Lacey always has that smile.
She
that
looks
kind of
like
like,
the Gertrude Twitch,
yeah,
yeah,
that,
it's fine.
that kind of I'm going insane look all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
With this smile and this cutesiness too. But here she just looks angry when she says these things, which just kind of makes her unlikable. A lot
Yeah.
more unlikable if you didn't like her already.
And something else I want to add, something to watch. This is some homework for the animators. I want the animators, if possible, if you're watching this. Also, hi, nice to meet
Yeah.
you. Good job so far.
Wouldn't it be the first time a show,
but-
someone working on the show watched our show?
So here's the little homework I'm going to give the animators. I want you to go back and watch Corner Gas, and I want you to study every single actor. I want you to watch their facial expressions and how fast everybody moves and their movements. Notice how Hank's arms, he's a bit more slow, relaxed. I want you to look at how Oscar might be a little bit rough and tough with his movements. I want you to notice how Lacey does have a little bit of a bounce in her step. And Karen too. I want you to notice these things. I want you
Also-
to notice Wanda's slouch. I'm going on a rant here. I'm sorry.
God, here we go.
I have
We have
homework.
like 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll try. Okay.
Yeah, true.
And I want you to notice which characters move faster, which ones move slower. I want you to pay attention to that and how they walk.
I think you can very easily capture emotion through animation, even when you have, I don't want to call it simplistic, but a less over-the-top animation style.
Yeah.
You watch something like BoJack Horseman, even though they're animals and the characters emote through the animation.
Exactly.
So in that's a show that's very crazily drawn or anything. It's
pretty simple.
sort of similar to this in some ways,
Yeah.
but it captures a lot of those minute, tiny little facial movements that someone like Lacey's missing, where you're missing that subtle kind of look that she has that accents her lines and make them come off a certain way just by acting.
What do you think of the execution, by the way? Feel free to comedically sip.
Yeah, simple as that.
You want to cut back to me with your time?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna. Quick, we need a segue. Quick, watch this thing of Boom Boom the Panda dancing. We're back.
With the Kraft Brothers.
Nah, he's giving me the creepy eyes. Or the sexy ones. I can't.
Oh god.
The Lion King Doomy eyes.
Oh no.
The light,
no.
the
Anyways,
Now that's how to facial emote.
that's do it.
Take lessons from Disney, guys.
Just give everyone the Doomy eyes.
Everyone needs to see
Every character.
Okay, but
My penis is
don't
your
ever
castles.
animate that duck face again, please.
Oh,
Oh,
please
God,
don't do that
please,
again. No more selfies in this show. Please.
You had your
Love
fun.
God, that's the #1 animation sin, is referencing phone culture. Like, every critic goes on it, so I'm not going to go too much on it.
Trying to be topical with just very literally being topical, I think, is a problem in any show like this.
Yeah.
It's not directly influenced by the time and set in the time. Corner Gas was always this show that was not outside of time, but it didn't care.
It's a
It didn't
pretty
care
timeless
when
show.
it was set.
Yeah.
It just did what it wanted to do. So when you add things like the selfies or anything
Yeah.
like that, it just immediately dates the show. So if you
Oh, yeah.
watch it in 20 years, you go, oh wow, when did that come out?
Yeah, that's the worst thing you guys ever did, was have that hipster take a selfie. Making Emma do duck lips. Just
I did
no.
not need to see Emma do duck lips today.
We did not
It was-
need to see that. There was.
It was not.
Anyways, execution, Alex.
Thankfully, Janet Light's not around to see that. Is that a dark joke?
That was
Is that
very
too
dark
dark?
joke.
It's the last time I'll ever be on the
No.
show, guys. They're not
Yeah.
bringing me
Oh my
back.
god.
We'll bring him back if he wants to
They're
be
not
on.
bringing me back after that one.
Oh
Get out of the show, Alex. No, I'm kidding. Sit down.
That's
That's
it.
easy. Okay,
We're fine.
you may continue.
With what?
Execution.
Of who?
Corner Gas.
Well, the show is something that exists and something that I have seen. As a Corner Gas fan, I can say that I watched it and that I was okay with it, and that I will watch season 2 when it comes out. As a whole, I think it was alright. It took a little bit of missteps. It never reaches the height that any of the episodes from the original series did. I think the best one for me was the bait and switch. Was probably the most Corner Gassy I felt, and again the one that did the most with its animation. Because it's kind of hard to have in live action. Maybe Oscar set up a bait stand inside of the gas station. So that's the one where I felt that it used the animation to its power, and used the animation to take the classic comedy we all love from Corner Gas and elevate it to these weird new heights that you can't get in live action easily.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I found the writing was on point for the characters, but not really for the story. And like you guys all said all the things with the animation, and we talked about the facial features and how some of their emotions were kind of lost during that, and I think that soured some of the lines. But, you know, like Oscar and Davis and Hank are just
Always
fantastic
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah.
Everything they do in this show is fantastic. Everything everybody does in the show, really,
Oh yeah.
from an acting standpoint, is fantastic, and it feels like we're back with the characters. But again, with the exception of Janet Wright's passing,
Yeah.
we don't like. I would have, if that didn't happen, I would have rather it seen just a reunion season than if you're just gonna do it in this kind of way where there's nothing really special with it being animated.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I guess we can't get up and close and see the bees or anything in live action either, but I mean, there are hidden bits
Or
and
Davis's
pieces
sexy
throughout,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, it really just was,
It's just Corner Gas.
it was just Corner Gas, but animated instead of being something a little bit more. And I don't really know what I wanted from that, but so hopefully I'm not sounding too like I was expecting too much.
No, it's
but
fair.
at the same time,
Yeah.
I was expecting quite a lot.
We-
Being the entire cast and crew, I think, are back,
It's
plus
got
some
a huge
animators through
shoe
this.
to fill.
We all
It has a huge
had
shoe
high
fill,
expectations.
And the movie did a great job
Oh yeah.
capturing the spirit and the feel in it. knew how long to hold itself and how long to stick around and when to back off. It's not a 2-hour movie. I think it's just an hour and a half. I think it's 90 minutes right on the dot. So it knows what it wants to be and what it has to do, and I don't really think that this show knows what it wants to be or what it has to do.
Credit
Not
in
yet.
that movie.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
great.
but
You guys might not know this. I was a backer for the movie,
You have to sit through the 15 minutes of credits and all the kicks.
Yeah.
And you just like
to see his
stare
name.
at it.
and you can find.
I did it in theaters. I looked for your name in theaters and I saw it and it was awesome.
It was pretty cool. First time I was ever credited.
I know.
Yeah. Do you have anything else about execution, or am I good?
No, that was my rant.
Okay.
Thank you for indulging me.
I have more.
Yes, clap.
I have more. You get a round of applause.
Oh god.
And Jack is the one we're executing.
We figured it
Now-
out,
it's
people.
now called Read Chats.
Yeah!
Well, everyone does love Reed. Cue the meme. So, I have some beefs with this show. So, again, with the animation, I'm gonna avoid the
Ground beef?
ground beef, the best kind, you know.
Tasty.
Taco?
I was
Taco
gonna go.
seasoning?
I was actually going meatball because I'm Italian, you know. It just makes sense.
It's fair.
I'm
Right.
going taco because I'm Mexican.
I'm
Not Mexican.
just saying Alex is Mexican in the comments, please.
I got the big hair.
But anyways, so I have animation beefs. Gina already went through the facial expressions, which we have ranted about many times together. And I have other things. Movement patterns, really, is my thing. A lot of the characters, they all move at the same speed, and they all have the same posture, and they all talk the same. They all talk like this. Their head always moves forward, then back when talking. For some reason. I don't know why. No one talks like
Oh,
this.
it's just one model that they just.
Oh, I know, but
They did every other different character.
Nay. There is a back. I've seen those characters turn around.
they do have backs, yes.
They have backs.
And
They could do a shot reverse shot.
Fitzy's ass.
You an ass!
they could, and that's
Maybe see
and that's one thing that also
Oh,
bothers
gosh.
me is the composition of shots. A lot of animation, to create the illusion, they will do heavy composition. This is basically just all one long shot. Never any shot reverse shot, never any variety, it's just one long shot. Here's the characters. Sort of like Jack Chats, isn't it?
And you know how entertaining we are.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Damn. And yeah, I have that issue with the composition. I think they should switch it up a bit. I think it'd create a bit more like entertainment
Corner
value.
gas.
Yeah, because you watch the original Corner Gas, you think it's a very simple show, but it actually has a lot of different
The
shots.
snappy editing adds to the humor. And
Oh,
same
yeah.
way something like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, if it was edited any other way, it becomes less funny.
Exactly. Like for example, in the original series, when Oscar is driving the bus and he has the two kids put their nose against the window, their nose gets put against the window, and we see the side, right? And then we just cut to the front, the outside of the bus,
Yeah.
where we see them against the window, and they just sigh, and that awkwardness just makes it all the funnier. If you took out that shot, then the joke doesn't work as well.
Mhm.
And here's the thing, it's like every scene in the show, they cut out that shot.
Like
Well,
the reaction.
Yeah, that's probably. I didn't
That's a
even
good
think
point.
about or how to articulate that, but that's probably my biggest gripe with the show is the direction, just in general.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like Corner Gas, but there's something missing, and that's kind of what's missing. Is
Maybe that's the
editing and
It's like
direction.
it's written like Corner Gas, but
Mhm.
it's not shot like Corner Gas.
It's really not. Like, it's kind of, one of my biggest beef is this composition, you know? Especially when they try to do slapstick. Slapstick is not about the action. Slapstick is about the reaction, much like all comedy. When Wanda was ziplining down to the police station, she ziplines down and she just face plants into it. We don't see her. We see it in a long shot. We should see, and then they cut it, right? What we should see is her zipline down, hitting the thing, and then see her face, the reaction. So that's what I gotta say about the execution, guys. We're out of time for execution.
Also,
Who is
both
that?
the singers and
I was
creators of
gonna
that song
say.
are right here.
Yeah, I know, right? Anyways, the band reunion. Now we're gonna move on to our final thoughts.
Awesome, man.
We're back with final thoughts, and yeah, so So let's hear your final thoughts, Alex. Let's start with you. You gotta just say what you summarize what you said, and you just say who would you recommend this to. We don't do ratings anymore, guys, by the way, because we were getting inconsistent with them.
Why? What were you doing? Weird ratings?
We were doing like out of 10 ratings, but we were getting so inconsistent with them. Like some things that
The numbers meant nothing.
yeah, they really meant nothing.
49 other.
Except for Daddy I'm a Zombie. That one.
Yeah, Daddy I'm a Zombie deserves
Those
that
ones
2 out of
stand.
10.
It's in.
That was, and now we have like 15 people requesting us do Mummy I'm a Zombie.
Well.
Next episode, by the way, guys.
Or
yeah,
soul,
wasn't
I
gonna
can't
plug
take
that.
it.
I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Now, final thoughts. No, I'm kidding. Basically, everything I said before is on the whole. I really enjoy watching the show because I am a Corner Gas fan. I would say is a light term for it. I mean, I've watched the show in its entirety many times.
Came here in like a Hank-like getup.
I suppose I did come here like a Hank-like getup if I put the hat backwards. For the rest of the final thoughts, backwards hat.
Perfect.
But essentially, like, yeah, it has all the makings of to be what it needs to be for more Corner Gas, but it's like the steps that it takes, I think, hold it back enough for me that it's something that I just don't care about almost a little bit. So I would even maybe go, again, because I did rate it, I'm doing ratings, like maybe down to like a 6 out of 10, just for right now. Because it's enough that it's just
It's like so trigger, Jack.
it's like, we're not doing
the ratings,
I
Anna.
know what I'm doing. It's ratings. But yeah, it's
We don't do
I
ratings
just-
here. It's a ratings-free space. 6 out of 10.
for me being such a big Corner Gas fan, the fact that that this show just kind of exists to me and that it's something that I've seen is, I think, what the biggest issue with it is. And I'm definitely going to watch season 2, don't get me wrong.
Oh,
And I
sorry.
really hope that they can find their footing and take a lot of criticism into effect, because they are all very talented people and I want to see them succeed. That's why I was very excited when the movie was announced and when this show was announced, because I love everybody that's involved in it.
They're all amazing.
Yeah, like all the writers, the directors, the actors,
Somebody
everybody
you recommend
involved.
this to?
Corner Gas fans that really want to watch it. Other than that, I don't really know who I can recommend this to.
It's a
Just
good
as
point.
I would recommend almost literally any other animated show over this, just from an animated show standpoint.
You think Johnny Test?
No, okay. Modern good enough.
Never Johnny Test. We don't speak that name in
Like
this household.
go watch a Rick and Morty, or go watch a BoJack Horseman, or go watch, even if you want to take a little bit more less of the nihilistic things, like go watch a Archer or like
Or
anything,
Bob's
Family
Burgers.
Guy, those kinds of Bob's Burgers. Those kind of shows know what to do with this style of humor, which is I think even what Corner Gas is that kind of humor.
Yeah.
So maybe if you're a fan of those, check it out too. But otherwise, if you're a really dire Corner Gas fan, would be the only people I'd say, which is mostly Canada. So
Yay, Canada!
Hey, Ken.
This is the Canada Day special, by the way. Gina, final thoughts.
So
And-
I'm going to rate this show a 6 out of 10.
Oh, come on.
I knew it was coming.
You guys are the worst. Trying to improve my show. Or our show.
Down to shambles. It's all falling
There is no
apart.
improving Jack Chats. There is only chaos.
there is no Dana.
Oh, okay. So now back to the final. Oh, the ruby. Oh, the rub.
You should have got one that said quarter G in the rub.
I know.
Why is this a thing? Oh,
They don't sell them.
I want quarter G in the rub.
Yo, Brett Butt, what are you doing?
Okay.
In a heartbeat.
Back to the review.
10.
We're done with our references for now. So I think.
Anyways.
Oh, we're never done with the references.
Quarter
Okay.
gas forever.
The game.
You got a text. We're professional.
It's my mom. The pizza's ready, guys. We're having pizza too.
We gotta hurry this up, people.
Okay,
Let's go.
Gina, hurry.
There's pizza at stake.
Okay. So, 6 out of 10.
That's it. Final thoughts. 6 out of 10.
No,
Done.
okay, so for me the show, it's written like Corner Gas, but it's not executed like Corner Gas. And it sounds like a very Oscar mentality. It's like, we want our old show, we want the old Corner Gas.
Jackass!
We don't do new things here down in Dog River. Like, we don't, like, you know.
Synced up there. Did you get that?
Hey, I can sync that up.
So, yeah, it's kind of like that. That's what it sounds like, and we sound like old farts, I know. But that's how I feel. I feel like it's kind of animated a little on the lifeless side because it doesn't have very many interesting shots and the facial expressions need work. Your acting's doing still great. Writing, still pretty dang good. Sometimes there's a little bit of shock humor that I'm not quite used to. But overall, I think what Alex said was correct, that they weren't doing also anything really unique about it too. You need to do something more.
It's as dead inside as me.
Who I'd recommend this to is, again, anyone who's really dead set on finding some more Corn Gas stuff, and anybody who, it's like 11 o'clock at night or something, or maybe 1 a.m.
And you're far too
and you're
drunk.
just, yeah, and you're just like, it's on TV and you leave it on.
You're too lazy to
Or
change the
stop.
channel.
Or if you're like me and you
We all
animate
did
with the
it,
TV
don't we?
on in the background, so you're like, Corner Gas.
And I make it sound like it's really not that good because it is a passable show. That's why it's 6 out of 10.
Which is why it's not
Mhm.
Corner Gas.
Exactly, because Corner Gas was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anyway, on
Read.
to read.
So again, just summing up what they said, with the reputation that Corner Gas left, of course it's going to be hard to recapture that with an animated series. I do feel like, again, they're still trying to find their footing. If they're really trying to hammer in that Corner Gas feeling, they just have to tweak it a bit and change up some things. But overall, it's still a good show. Like, you know, if you want something to watch, I'd recommend it. I definitely recommend it, again, if you're like a really big Corner Gas fan. If you've never seen Corner Gas, then it might be a bit harder to get into.
I wouldn't watch this at all.
Yeah, it would be
If
kind of hard to
you've
get
never
into
seen
it, to be
Corner
honest.
Gas.
But
You've
I'd
seen
give it a
stuff-
chance.
I'd still try it.
Well, I
you
would
know,
watch
I'd still
the original
get
series at
started.
least a little bit.
Oh,
before
probably.
But overall, I still like the show. I enjoy it. I'll definitely be watching the later seasons, and I do hope that it continues to like get better and just continue on.
Come on! Don't do it, Reed! Don't do it, Reed!
How can I approach this problem?
Reed, I'll do another meme of you. I'll do another We Love You Reed. Or if you don't like the We Love You Reads, I can stop doing
The
them.
devil and the angels, help me!
Saturate that meme anyway.
Neutral party. I don't know.
I'm the one sitting on the top of your head.
Oh, I get to be the devil?
I suppose. Yeah.
Or am I the angel with the best idea?
Ooh, that's tough. That's
The one the show's named after.
quick. Jack, go to you before I can make a decision.
Okay, so my final thoughts are: I would recommend this to Corner Gas fans who have seen the show and then the movie, and probably rewatch them both and still want more. And then they can watch this. But or yeah, to you
I want more.
or to me, like I always want more. Or just if you're curious though too, there is enjoyment to be
Yeah.
found in this.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Actu-
discount it. There's
the-
a lot of good moments.
That chicken
Yeah,
scene.
these are all coming from
Yeah.
diehard Corner Gas fans who, like, I know I was inspired by the original show. To me, it is something that is very held close to me. It is an episode I really care about, this one. And I really care about seeing this show succeed. And I hope that someone on the staff is watching here and they can listen to what we're saying and say, okay, we can work on this. We can work on this animation. We can actually put Karen in the show. We could, we could improve. Because
You got something good there,
they got something good. They have a lot of potential.
and it's still Corner Gas at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
But
It just could be more.
I want to see it get to the greatness of the original show, if not surpass it.
Mhm.
I want to see it evolve. And
we need to complete the jokes of all threes.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
gosh darn it! No, we love you, Reed, for you.
Ah!
Maybe next
I'm so
episode. Anyways, that's all for this episode of Jack Chats. Leave a like, subscribe to Parnell Animation for more episodes, as well as our own original shows. We actually just finished one called Parody Club. It's a mystery comedy. You might like it.
Plug a.
Plug,
You
plug,
solved the
plug.
mystery.
Oh, speaking of plugs, check out Alex's reviews. They're Alex Reviews on Twitter. He's awesome. He's funny. and he does great reviews. We all love Alex.
And check out my conspiracy
You do.
theory wiki. I make new crack theories every week.
He hasn't made it yet, by the way.
The hair.
Don't tell them that. That's the mystery. They have to find it.
Conspiracy theory. Where's the wiki?
Exactly. Where's the conspiracy
Oh, so it's
theory
like,
wiki?
is this gonna be like last season's Where's Jack's MySpace?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's
Yeah.
your MySpace anyway?
When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll make a MySpace on camera.
Brilliant.
There, plugged. Okay, bye!
Bye.
100,000 will be my
Jackass.
wiki.
Happy Canada Day!
Happy
Yes,
Canada
happy
Day!
Oh yeah, it's Canada.